I shall, because God will. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are keeping amazing, awesome, and blessed. Welcome back. Hope you guys are good. How many times have you heard this statement? You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Right? So many motivational speakers give that gist to move, to grow. Maybe they don't have to be motivational speakers. Maybe you hear that statement so many times in society, from friends, from family. Go and get it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And really you can. But then comes the follow-up question. But how? How can you do it? Are you just gonna do something and then it miraculously happens? Are you gonna just wake up and have this urge to move and this willpower to just achieve so much? Are you gonna wake up with the drive? Some could argue and say yeah. Some could argue and say that, well, I'm gonna need to get a lot of things in place first. Some can argue and then say, maybe if I get an extra push, etc. The reality for me is this. I don't think it's possible to just simply get up and do something without being motivated, without having a force that motivates you. A force, in my words, my personal words, that force is God. Because as a praying man, as a Christian man, I believe that everything that we do, day, night, in our work, in our personal lives, etc., is engineered and motioned by God to do it. And if you're meant to be on a path, God is pushing you on that path. I don't believe we can just do certain things on our own. I don't believe we can have the thought process to just say that I'm going to do this thing. I don't believe we can have the willpower to just get up and just move. I believe that God engineers and manufactures everything in our minds, in our hearts, and in our spirits to move just like that. That's my 2 cents. And guess what? That's the truth. A lot of motivational speakers give us that drive to just be like, get up, do it, go on, do it, etc., etc. But how? What's the direction? What's the path? Even if you sit down and really plan yourself and say, okay, the path that I need to go on is A, B, C, D. The path that I need to do is da, 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 da. But who's giving you those thought processes? Who's putting that willpower? Who's putting you in that mindset for you to move? It's God. It's God who's making it work. It's God who's giving you that knowledge to be able to push yourself and move through. Whether you want to get a job, whether you want to go to school, decide which degree or which master's, which doctorate you want to do, whether what career you want to get into, whether what relationship, the type of person you want in your relationship, whether you want to be this good person in so person in your relationship at home, in your family life, whether you want to do this task at church, whether you want to go for whatever you want to do, you shall. You can. But not on your own. You shall because God will. Because God knows best. And that's the truth. God has our lives planned way before we even come into existence. God knew that, there's going to be a Tanaka Shanka Turula. God knew that he's going to look like this, that. God knew that he's going to go through primary school, etc., primary school, high school, university. God knew that I want him to go on this path. God knew that he's going to go through these obstacles. God knew that he's going to get through this particular incident. God knew, hence I shall. Because God will. Because God knows. Because God is there. All creation was created by him. Hence, our thought processes, our minds, our characters, everything about us belongs to God. Hence, it's not possible, in my opinion, to just get up and do something without God either putting the stamp on it or without God knowing about it. Because God gave us the thoughts. He gave us the brain. He gave us the senses. He gave us the willpower. He gave us the drive. Hence, you are not a puppet. You are not your own. You just happen to come. You just happen to look a certain way. You just happen to be born in a certain country. You just happen to do this. You happen to do that. God enabled you to do. God enabled you. God created you. Hence, He enables you. He enabled you before. He enables you now. And He will enable you in the future. For I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says that, for I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you. And plans to grow. There are so many attributes to God. To us, rather. But none of those attributes can be possible without Him. So ladies and gentlemen, whatever you're putting your eyes on, whatever you want to fix on, no matter what you want to do in life, you shall. Definitely. You shall. Because God will. Never forget. Never, never, never forget that you are not the pilot of your own life. You are not the author of your own story. God is. And all you have to do is say, yes, Lord, here I am. Yes, Lord, send me. Yes, Lord, lead me. And I shall go. Where you lead me, Lord, I shall go. You shall. Because God